And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 3 ugly, mean stepsisters named Tina, Alina, and Nina. Tina, Alina, and Nina made Cinderella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Tina, Alina, and Nina all together. One day, the king of the Cobbleburg's messengers said, Hear ye! The king of the Cobbleburg is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Dickupling. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. Tina said, He's going to marry me. Alina said, No way, Tina! He's going to marry me! Nina said, Both of you are wrong! He's going to marry me! Later, Cinderella is so sad doing her chores that she can't go to the ball and marry Prince Dickupling, while her fairy godmother asks her what's wrong by saying, Why are you crying, Cinderella? Cinderella responds, I have lots of chores to be done, but I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Dickupling. Cinderella's fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic. So she chants the magic words, Tin-ti-ti-tan-ti-ti-taun-ti-ti-too, and waves her magic wand. Because of that, Cinderella's chores are all done, but her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has 10 pumpkins. Cinderella's fairy godmother chants the magic words, Tin-ti-ti-tan-ti-ti-taun-ti-ti-too, and waves her magic wand again to turn the 10 pumpkins into a handsome coach by 20 strong horses, and then Cinderella's were closed into a gown and crown. Cinderella said, I've never seen such a sensational gown. And get a load of my glass slippers. Cinderella's fairy godmother said, Have fun, Cinderella, but I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will change back to the way it was before. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Dickupling was wondering who he should marry. Tina, Alina, and Nina said all together, He's walking towards me. But he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Dickupling dance happily together. But later, Cinderella is almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Dickupling was so worried that he might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled all around the Cobbleburg to find her, and brought the 2 tiny glass slippers with him. He knocked on the door of the home of where Cinderella, Tina, Alina, and Nina lived. But instead of Cinderella, he finds Tina, Alina, and Nina. Prince Dickupling then said, Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can you not find me in these 2 glass slippers? Tina is first, but her foot is too big. Alina is next, but her foot is too small. Nina is last, but her foot isn't the right size either. Suddenly, Prince Decoupling noticed Cinderella's sweet singing. Cinderella then gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Decoupling back. And Prince Decoupling doesn't have to put the two glass slippers back on her feet because they're so uncomfortable. And now they've both lived happily ever after. The end. Andrew's Doers. If you want to see some sequels, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Andrew does everything, and buy our merchandise, etc. And take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 56 Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there lived a young woman named 56 Cinderella. 56 Cinderella had 8 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier. All 8 of them made 56 Cinderella do all the chores and watch her work. 56er wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Said Fatima, Ivana, Fernanda, Tasha, Yadina, Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier all together. One day, the king of Sex Queen Quadrant Tublingham's messenger arises and says, Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Sex Queen Quadrant Tubblingham, his majesty, is going to throw a ball, and with lots of food. And after dinner at 10 o'clock, whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Sex Queen Quadrant Tubbling. Can I come? Asks 56 Cinderella. But she's not invited. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. He's going to marry me, said Fatima. No way, Fatima, you're wrong. He's going to marry me, said Ivana. Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me, said Verona. The rest say, all 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. They even tear her 56 Cinderella's party dress. Later, at 8 o'clock at night, 56 Cinderella is distraught, sad, and upset doing chores about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Sex Queen Quadrant Tubbling. Suddenly, 56 Cinderella's very godmother arrives and comforts her. There now, 56 Cinderella, my dear. I can help with a bit of magic. And so, she waves her magic wand to do all the chores for 56 Cinderella. But she's not done yet. She says, 56 Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some ice. Luckily, 56 Cinderella has 56 pumpkins and 112 mice. 56 Cinderella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again. And to turn the 56 pumpkins into a handsome coach, the 112 mice into horses, and 56 Cinderella's fairy Ricklas into gown and crown. 56 Cinderella says, I've never seen such a Sex Queen Quadrant Tubbletastic gown. Get it out of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? And climbs into the coach. 56 Cinderella's fairy godmother says, well, you can't, but have fun, 56 Cinderella. But I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will get back to the way it was before normal. And gives her a clock to tell her what time it is. It's 9 o'clock now. 56 Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, the king of Sex Queen Quadrant Tubblingham says, good evening, everyone. Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling was wondering who to marry. Isn't that right, son? In which Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling responds, yes, father, at 10 o'clock. 56 Cinderella arrives at the ball for the food first. Just in time! 56 Cinderella then sees Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling. Her mean, ugly, wicked stepsisters, Fatima to Xavier, say, he's walking towards me! All together, but Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling is not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards 56 Cinderella. After dinner, Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling then asks, may I have this dance? And so, 56 Cinderella responds, I would be delighted. 56 Cinderella and Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling dance happily together. But later, 56 Cinderella checks her clock. It's almost midnight! So, she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling was really worried that he might never see 56 Cinderella again. The king of Sex Queen Quadrupling comforts him by saying, there now, son. I think we'll be able to find 56 Cinderella. And so, the king of Sex Queen Quadrupling and Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling traveled all around the neighborhood to find 56 Cinderella and brought the 2 glass slippers with them. By the time they arrived, they knocked on the door of the home where 56 Cinderella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 56 Cinderella, they find her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Fatima to Xavier. Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling then says, ladies, my father, the king of Sex Queen Quadrupling, and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on these 2 glass slippers? Fatima is first, but her feet are too big. Ivana is next, but her feet are too small. Nonsense! They fit! She said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, the king of Sex Queen Quadrupling and the king of Sex Queen Quadrupling, Prince, noticed 56 Cinderella's sweet singing. Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling, and your majesty, is that you guys? She hollered excitedly. The glass slippers fit! And 56 Cinderella, the king of Sex Queen Quadrupling, and Prince Sex Queen Quadrupling lived happily ever after. The end. And Andrew's Doers, I hope this was a fun story parody. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. And take care. Bye.